This your first time in prison?
Yeah.
Have you been inside before?
Yeah, twice.
It's set in a women's prison, so one important story we felt we had to tackle is what happens when you get a woman in prison who is pregnant, you know. So that's the story we tell, really. She finds out she's pregnant, she goes through those stages, and she goes into labour. There's that. There's another story about the effects of a short-term sentence. And we show a woman who comes into prison having been sentenced to a period of 6 months in prison. And there's a third story about a woman who's committed a heinous offence, you know, a really serious offence with which women would find it very difficult to identify and or to sympathise with. And we show what happens to her in the prison. You know, I didn't expect it to be a success. What I expected, the BBC expected, that it would be well received. You know, it would be a well-received drama, but that would not get a particularly large audience. But it was a well-received drama. The critics raved about it, but it got a massive audience as well. 11 million on the BBC iPlayer per episode, you know, which was good, you know. And then, of course, the BBC asked me to do a second series, but only then, you know. And I said no. I didn't want to do a second series because we couldn't. I didn't want to pick up on the Stephen Graham character, and it was impossible anyway to pick up on the Sean Bean character. So there just wasn't anywhere to take them, I felt. So I said no, and then a while later they said to me, well, we're thinking of setting it in a women's prison. So I'd never even thought of that. I don't know why. So I said, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's have a go at that. But even then I was asking myself questions about, should I write this on my own? And the more research I did, the more reading I did upon it, the more I realised I should not write it on my own. I had to get a woman in to write with me, you know. Because the female body is so important in a British prison. You know, what happens in and around it is so important.